Deck Profile time. I have for you today Umbral Horror ZW weapon. Now this deck it's pretty good. Once you get your Utopia, especially Utopia or Victory out, and you equip with both Tornado Bringer and Lightning Blade, then it's a good deck. However, it lacks consistency. I noticed that in quite a few duels. If you just don't start with a good hand, you're pretty much done for. So it definitely lacks consistency. I'm hoping that Vector will use some new Umbral Horror cards, because with just these, like, Ghoul, I'm like, okay. The other two, nah. Like, I have them in there because I wanted to use Umbral, but besides Ghoul, I kind of want to replace the rest, and some cards need replacing, I just haven't replaced them yet. I'm testing Sleipnir Mail, Druid, didn't use Druid before. Deck Lockdowns, I'm going to get rid of. Check it. Using Catastor, didn't have them before either, but I'll go through that when we are in the deck profile. So, starting off, 3 Umbral Horror Ghoul. It's a nice beater with 1800 attack, although you'll barely use it for that, because if you have another Umbral Horror monster in your hand, you can make this card's attack 0 and summon that Umbral Horror monster from the hand, which then usually would be Unform or Will-O-the-Wisp. Will-O-the-Wisp would then be able to make us level 4, and then you can overlay into Maestro, King of Furlands, Master Key Beetle, or Utopia. Unform, I have it in there because it's level 4, and it's the other level 4 Umbral. Its effect isn't that good, because only when it's destroyed by battle, but Umbral Horror Unform is the attacking monster, then you can special summon 2 Umbral Horror monsters from your deck, which can then be like an Umbral Horror Unform and then a Ghoul, for example. But Unform needs to be the one attacking. It can't be like in defense and then have the opponent do it. No, it has to be the one attacking. So, and you can only Xyz summon then in main phase 2, so you can actually use the Xyz monster that turn. So I don't like Unform too much. 2 Will-O-the-Wisp, because it's a level 1, so in that sense it's less useful, but it can be used with Ghoul, and in a sense with Unform to make your rank 4s. Masked Chameleon works really well, because these guys just all have 0 defense, so Masked Chameleon works great with them to either make level 8 Synchros or rank 4 Xyzes. They can do both. 2 Kage Tokage to help with making Xyzes, and it's a dark monster, so it helps with making Master Key Beetle. 2 copies of each of the main Zale weapons, Lightning Blade, Tornado Bringer. Currently testing Sleipnir Mail. I originally had Dark Zale weapon, Chimera Clad in here, but I've only used that once, and it really wasn't that good. Technically it could be used with Masked Chameleon to make Catastor, but I'm now testing out Sleipnir Mail because I barely ever use Chimera Clad. Summoner Monk, I have 13 spells at the moment. Summoner Monk can make for quite good Xyzes, and once again can make Master Key Beetle. 3 Numeron Force to upgrade Utopia, 2 Utopia Ray V or Utopia Ray Victory. Dark Hole to destroy stuff. Devious Druid, I didn't originally have it in there. I do have it in there now because it does help with Xyzes, only the thing is I've never actually drawn into it in the couple of duels that I've done with it since I've put him in. 1 Night Beam and 3 MST. 1 Allure of Darkness, because you do have quite a few darks, so Allure of Darkness helps draw apart. Deck Lockdown used to have it in there to use with Master Key Beetle, but it was quite soon that the ruling was made clear that it's not. Yeah, it's game mechanics that take it away. It's a condition, so. And I'm not going to do the full explanation of Master Key Beetle against Lockdown. Lockdown will still be destroyed. 2 Recording Nightmare to take Dark Monsters with 0 defense from your grave and put them back in your hand, which can be a Ghoul, Unform, Will-O-the-Wisp. And if I had a Chimera Clad, so in that sense it could be used. But once again, testing Sleipnir Mail now. Safe Zone to work with Master Key Beetle mostly. Solemn Warning, Bottomless Trample, John's Tributes, and then 2 Xyz Reborn, because Xyz quite a lot in this deck. And with Xyz Reborn you can just call back Utopia, or even Utopia Ray Victory if you want, and deals a lot more damage. And as for the extra deck, 3 Utopias, because that's going to be usually the main card you go into, although King of Feral Imps you'll go into a lot as well, because it can search for both Masked Chameleon and Kage Tokage. 1 Utopia Ray, I have used it a few times, especially with Chimera Clad. Like that one time I needed it for Chimera Clad because this is not a Chaos number. But you don't use it too often. Could take it out if you want to put something else in. 1 Utopia AV and 2 Victory. I have in total 3 of these rank 5s because I have 3 Numeron Forces, 3 Utopias. But Victory, I usually use Victory over V, so that's why 2 of these, 1 of this. one Maestroke, because I just like the cards like Gotchi and Zen Mines and Maestroke that could just detach next use material and save themselves. King of Feral Imps, as I said, search for Kage and for a Chameleon. Master Key Beetle because it can lock sort of Stardust, Darkened Dragon, Scrap Dragon, and Crimson Blader for the level 8 synchros. Darkened Dragon can be made with a Mascameleon and then Unform or Ghoul. The reason I have it in there is because it works well against Mecha Phantomy's Dracosack, because it sends the card to the graveyard and not destroys. So even if there's tokens on the field, whether it be Mecha Phantomy's tokens or Fluff tokens from Dandelion, it's gone. And Darkened Dragon could be useful in other situations, but it's mostly for Dracosack. Then I have one Catastrophe in there. I used to have Cowboy, but I've had a few moments where I've had Chameleon in my hand and I wanted to use it, but I didn't have Unform or Ghoul in my graveyard, but like only Will-O-the-Wisp. And then I could summon it, but then not do anything with it besides, well, attack. And Will-O-the-Wisp effect is negated if summoned by Chameleon, so even if I have a Ghoul already on my field or an Unform, then I can't use its effect to become level 4. So I wanted one Synchro in there, which level 5 Synchro, so I chose Catastrophe because that's just the best level 5 Synchro out there. I'm thinking of changing, putting Gaga Cowboy back for Utopia Ray. I decided to originally take it out because it's the Xyz mounts that I used least, and I wanted to keep all of my Synchros in. Although, I might take it out again for Utopia Ray because I will use that even less. Here are a few other options that I've thought of using: Jeweled Red Dragon Archfiend, the second Utopia Ray V, Blackwing Dragon, Stardust Radiance, Blood Mephist. You could use Druids. It works well on the deck. If I rebuild the deck later, if there's new Umbral Sport, or if I just completely redo the deck, I might have this in there. Debris Dragon can work, but it needs 500 or less attack, so it doesn't work on Gold, but it does work on Unform and Will-O-the-Wisp. And then it cannot go into like Stardust Dragon or Dark End, even though they're dragons. That would mean that the other synchro material will be level 4, and Debris Dragon cannot synchro with another monster that is level 4. Rotilia and Vasky, it was mostly there for the previous format. One of the actual side deck cards for this. It was also to play against Dracosack and its tokens, because you can special summon it by attributing 2 face-up monsters with 0 attack from anywhere on the field. Now 0 attack, we have that in Unform and Will-O-the-Wisp. But tokens usually have 0 attack as well, including the Mecha Phantom Beast tokens coming off of Dracosack, so that way you can get rid of both of those tokens. Or now in Dragon Plant, they use Dandelion, so the fluff tokens, boom, gone as well. And if people play Scapegoat, Rotilia and Vasky can be used as well. And then 3 Vanity's Emptiness to stop the opponent from special summoning things. That was the deck profile for Umbral Horror ZW weapon. It was requested by Dark Lord the Rock. Hope you enjoyed it. Request a new deck if you wish, and otherwise, I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye.